Hello friends, good evening. Welcome to ASTRA, the daily current affairs from the Hindu. This is 24th of March 2023, coming out with the Hindu newspaper. The analysis is done by me, that is Dhanunjayareddy. So let's quickly discuss about what are the things that we have in the current affairs today. So some good news coming for Indian pharmaceutical company, that is India rejects Johnson & Johnson's attempt to extend patent on TB drug. So far for TB drug, Johnson & Johnson has bedaquiline. The drug is bedaquiline. Now that is going to expire. The patent is going to expire in July. Now it will give a chance for the local industries to manufacture the drug at a very low cost. Hence, generic manufacturing of TB drug is going to happen. The bedaquiline, which is manufactured by J&J, is a very crucial anti-TB drug. Now it is costing for 6 months, it is costing around $400. If you go by the present day rate, it will be for 6 months, 32,000 rupees is the amount that it is costing us. So in order to overcome that problem, Government of India has not extended the patent right to J&J patent drug that is called bedaquiline. So this is the important thing that we have to know. In India, how many people are there suffering from this? Over 55,000 patients. Among all the patients, over 55,000 patients, the drugs that is being used in India today is not working. As a result, this can be a good initiation for us in order to overcome that problem of drug resistance, antimicrobial drug resistance, with the interjection of a new drug. Rahul gets 2-year jail term in defamation case as per the Surat High Court. The Surat Court order, Rahul Gandhi was convicted for 2 years jail imprisonment. Now this is on the defamation case, very important. So what are the things? So if you look at right to freedom of speech under Article 19, you have freedom of speech under Article 19, Clause 1, freedom of speech and expression A. However, Clause 2 says restrictions on this freedom of speech. One restriction is defamation. You cannot defame. Now, Rahul Gandhi has defamed Prime Minister Modi and the community of Modis in one speech. As a result, Surat Court said that he is convicted for 2 years imprisonment. Now, the major issue is not this. The major issue is the repercussions that it is going to create on Rahul Gandhi's membership in political Lok Sabha. Now, it is known that as per Representations of People's Act 1951, if an MP is convicted for 2 years or more than 2 years, he immediately starts getting disqualified. And today, that is by today afternoon at 12 o'clock, the MP, Rahul Gandhi, was suspended or his seat is become vacant, and Lok Sabha Secretariat has announced this today. So this is the impact that it is going to create. The same thing has happened in Lalu Prasad Yadav case. The same thing has happened even in Jayalalitha's case. So this is very important. And the sections of articles 104, 105 are very important in this regard. So we have to look at the privileges of the members along with the disqualifications of members under Article 101 and Article 102. So these things are covered in the subsequent pages. So this is important. So Rahul Gandhi was suspended, or his membership was lost in Lok Sabha for this conviction. So going to the next page, stolen Chola era Hanuman Idol was brought back to India. So this was the sculpture that was brought back to India from the so-called, it was brought to Tamil Nadu. Now this is present, earlier it was present in Varada Rajaswamy temple in Tamil Nadu, hence it was brought back. So these are the things recently. If you see, these type of idols are brought back, and Government of India is very successful in ensuring that the countries are sending our money back or our ideals back from where they have stolen. The next one is Karnataka High Court stays operation to capture rice-loving elephant. A very good article or very interesting thing is seen here. Now this elephant, what it is doing is, it is going to the ration shops and it is consuming the rice in the ration shops. Now what the ration shop dealer asked is, they requested the forest department to tranquilize the elephant and take it back to the forest. Now, some social activists, what they did is, they challenged this activity of the forest department in the Kerala High Court, and Kerala High Court said that don't take this animal in an unscientific manner. If it is loving the rice, let it have. So this is something which is coming for animal enthusiasts, right? A very good thing that is seen here. So the rice was allowed to go and have from the ration shop. So it was scheduled, actually it was scheduled to tranquilize on this Saturday and Sunday, but this was stopped. Now what is the next measure? They have to follow scientific measures in order to make that elephant to go out from that area. So some good news coming from this. So some humanitarian angle can be found in this way. Spotlight is coming from Telangana. Confident shattered, TSPSC aspirants expect quick justice. Obviously this is not going to be the thing, definitely, because it is conducting its sessions, and it is also said that the entire questions that are available in TSPSC were removed. Hence quick justice might not be happening, or it will be a quick, it will be just a distant dream for aspirants who are writing TSPSC. Very sad news again. Now, a climate change survival guide to act. Now, this is recently IPCC has released its 6th assessment report. Based on this report, United Nations called this report as the survival guide for humanity. So on this article, these people have spoke about how we can minimize the climate change. So it is said that in the report, what are the major things that it has submitted. I have made a separate video for this. You can watch that video on IPCC. What is IPCC? What are the recent latest findings in IPCC report? Because that is going to be very important for your prelims this year. So the global temperature is going to rise approximately today it is 1.1 degrees centigrade to the pre-industrial levels, and very soon it is going to reach 1.5 degrees centigrade. And if you are not stopping it, it is going to reach 2.8 degrees centigrade by 2100. So by 2030, our global temperature is going to rise at 1.5 degrees centigrade. Now, in order to control that global warming, what is important? You have to go for alternative technologies such as wind energy, solar energy. Along with this, what you have to do, you have to adapt climate resilient development. In this climate resilient development, adaptation, mitigation, both has to be focused. Already we have discussed what is the difference between adaptation and mitigation. So the report has claimed in this. So they are feeling that we have to go for high front investments in clean infrastructure is very, very important. Upfront investment is important, which means the developing countries or the least developing countries who are the victims of this climate change has to be given a quick justice as long as this climate change is considered. So it is a survival guide for harmony. So this is what you can just remember. That is the thing that you have. Now the old and the new schemes, this is about pension scheme. We have already discussed what is old pension scheme, what is new pension scheme, what is the functions of PFRDA. These can be the questions for this year prelims. So no need to read this entire article again. Just have a look at what we have discussed earlier on this. Next, right and wrong. Recently in Australia, the Aboriginal people of Australia were given rights, or the Australian government is thinking that these people has to be given some permanent representation in government, that is reserving seats in political domains for Aboriginal people or the people of the natives of Australia, the tribes of Australia. So this might be a prelims question recently, which government has given the rights for Aboriginal people in politics, that is Australia. Not more than that, it is important. Next one. No slander, please. They are our freedom fighters. Now, this is in context of recently, we are targeting one or other freedom fighter, maybe Mahatma Gandhi, maybe Veer Savarkar. So what they are telling is, all the freedom fighters have fought for India. The way in which they have fought might be different. Their ideologies might be different. But now, by sitting today, after 75 years of independence, you cannot blame one leader or the other leader for the actions that they have committed. So this is, we are celebrating Amrut Varsh, Amrut Kal. So the best thing that we have to do is, we have to express unreserved gratitude to all our freedom fighters. That may be Jawaharlal Nehru, that may be the moderates of the late 19th century, or the extremists of Lal Bal Pal, or Aravindo Ghosh, or Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Ambedkar, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, or Bikaji Kama, Shyamji Krishna Verma, Champakaram Pillai, Valli Malai. So all these people have to be given due respect. V.D. Savarkar. So these guys has to be given an equal role. And we have to consider this thing. All these freedom fighters has fought with only one theme. What is that theme? Janani Janma Bhumishcha Swargadapi Gariyashi. So this is the theme with which we have fought. That is, mother and motherland are superior even to heaven. This is the Sanskrit poem from Ramayana. Janani Janma Bhumishcha Swargadapi Gariyashi, which means mother and mother earth are superior even to heaven. With that thing they have fought. They don't know that they are going to survive the next day or not. So everyone with their ideology has strived for the freedom of this motherland, that is called India. Hence, this is not the time to sit and blame one person or the other person. So it is equally important for the ruling party as well as the opposition parties. So very good article which was written in this context. Next one. Is India in the grip of stray dog crisis? Already we have discussed that. Stray dog menace. We already know that around in India 1.5 to 1.6 crore stray dogs are present. Now what are the things? Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act and ABC rules. That is animal birth control rules. These are the two laws which are present in order to ensure that stray dog menace is controlled. Now in other countries, as already we have seen, they are going to have some shelter homes. They are going to be transferred to some other areas, or not only that, they recognize euthanasia also. They are euthanized every year. So zero tolerance policy is present in outside states. So normally we have to also have that angle. So we have already discussed in depth. So there is not much news which is pertaining to this. Next one. Now this is the thing. Differing views emerge on MP disqualification. This is the one which is very important. Now, I said that Rahul Gandhi was convicted for 2 years imprisonment. Now, what are the things that they say that whether he will be disqualified or whether he is not disqualified? As per Representations of People's Act, Section 8, Clause 3 says that the moment a member of parliament is convicted of any offence for at least 2 years conviction or sentence, he attracts disqualification. Now, constitutional experts like P.D. Achari says that the Supreme Court has suspended the sentence for 30 days so that he can go and appeal this. In the Surat Court has suspended it. So they have suspended the verdict or the judgment. As a result, he can appeal in the Supreme Court and he can get a bail in 30 days. Now, as a result, Rahul Gandhi is not liable for immediate disqualification. But on the other hand, there are some people like former Chief Election Commissioner of India, that is these people say, that is S.Y. Qureshi, these people say that as per Lily Thomas case, very important, in the Lily Thomas case, Section 8 Clause 4 was struck down. According to this struck down, what happens is a person, once he is given conviction, he cannot be a member further. So it gave a convicted lawmaker the power to remain in office on the ground that appeals have been filed. So even if your appeals are pending, you will be disqualified as per Lily Thomas case. These are the two important things that we have to remember. Section 8, Clause 4 of Representations of People's Act 1951, and this is called Lily Thomas case. So as per Lily Thomas case, Rahul Gandhi is liable for immediate disqualification. Why he is liable for immediate disqualification? As per S.Y. Qureshi, the former Chief Election Commissioner, he said that the Surat Court has just, what it did, it has suspended the sentence but not the conviction. Hence, conviction applies to him from this day itself. It has just suspended the sentence. So again, this is law interpretation. Now, how this person gets disqualified? Lok Sabha Secretariat should issue a notification saying that the seat is falling vacant. Now, Election Commission of India has to order for elections. Then that is how it is going to get suspended. Now, what happened recently? Recently, there is another MP who got disqualified in the similar manner, but the Supreme Court has suspended his disqualification. That is Mohammad Fazail, an MP from Lakshadweep. He was convicted by Kerala High Court, but Supreme Court, what it did is, it has suspended the conviction. Sorry, Kerala High Court has suspended the conviction which was done by the lower court, just like Surat Court. The lower court has given him suspension, but Kerala High Court has said that he should not be suspended until the final order will come. Now, immediately what he did is, Mr. Fazail challenged his suspension and the elections that Election Commission of India has announced. in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said the Election Commission that unless and until his case is decided, election should not be held. So this is something. And one more Supreme Court judgment is in 2018 Lok Prahari case, which said that appeal if the conviction is suspended, then the disqualification will also remain suspended. Hence, Rahul Gandhi, as per this Lok Prahari case, should not be disqualified. So this is the thing that it is available. Now, questions regarding to disqualifications of MPs and MLAs, who will decide? If it is an MP, it will be decided by President. He has to consult the Election Commission of India, and consultation is must, and he has to follow the advice of Election Commission of India as per Article 103. The same thing lies in the state government also. The governor has to consult the Election Commission of India before deciding the judges or before deciding the case whether an MLA is disqualified or not. So in this case, this is very, very important article. Even if you don't read today's editorials, this is the thing that you have to read to the maximum. So what are the cases? Lily Thomas case, Lok Prahari case, and recent cases of Mohammad Fazil, MP from Lok Sabha, and Rahul Gandhi case. How? And articles 101, 102, 103. 103 is about questions or disqualifications. Disqualifications 102, vacancy of seats. Now, how a person gets disqualified as per Representations of Peoples Act 1951, clause 8, section 4 says that a person is said to be disqualified if he is convicted for more than or equal to 2 years and sentenced for that. Now, based on this conviction, he will be disqualified. So this is the thing that is very important, and political angles news is going to be coming very soon. And another sad news is one conviction for unsafe sewer work so far, says government panel. So far, one conviction for unsafe sewer has been done. What does this mean? Since 1993, 1035 cases were booked on those people who have used manual scavenging. As per manual scavenging prohibition order, you should not engage humans in cleaning up the drains. But despite 616 cases, only one conviction was proved. This shows that the law is not being utilized or implemented in a very proper way. And almost 1035 people who were doing these sewerage activities were died since 1993. This data can be used. Among them, almost 836 victims have been compensated with a fine of 10 lakh rupees. So they have given some 10 lakh rupees, but that is not sufficient because we cannot say that the death of a person is just 1 lakh. So what is the case here? Manual scavenging, Prevention of Manual Scavenging Act. Since 1993, 1035 people were died. In that, 835 victims were get compensated with the amount of 10 lakh rupees. And the last one is very poor conviction rate. That is, despite 616 cases, only one conviction has been done so far. The rest of the things are under discussion. So this is very, very sad news. UP's missing Saras crane. Stilled up hornet's nets. Please have a look at what is this Saras crane. They might ask this type of questions in ecology. Next, in the business page, GST Appellate Tribunal is going to be headed by former Supreme Court judge. Now, recently, GST Council has decided that whatever the disputes that is present in the GST regime, it has to be discussed by a tribunal. Normally, the tax disputes in India are dealt by Supreme Court and High Court. Now, because of this, the burden of Supreme Court and High Court is increasing. As a result, the GST Council decided that whatever the dispute that is there in the GST has to be decided by an alternative dispute resolution mechanism, and that is why they went for GST Appellate Tribunal. So this is the thing that they have done, and they have been implementing this successfully. India's push for semiconductors. So India is the production linked incentive scheme has been given to electronic manufacturers, and around rupees 1500 crores, that is 1645 crores. Remember, 1500 crores was given to the semiconductor manufacturing industry. Now, why it has given? Because the coming age is artificial intelligence age. As a result, semiconductors are going to be very, very important. And in order to reduce the dependency on our bordering country which is creating some tussle, that is China, we are focusing on these things. So this is the only two things that you have to remember as far as this is considered. Why is India's Kampa at odds with IPCC report? Now, recent IPCC report has said that India's Kampa law is against the forest conservation. Now, what is this Kampa law? As per Forest Conservation Act 1980, whenever there is a project which is involving deforestation, then the project manager who is going to take up that project, they have to raise equivalent number of trees in some other area for their project. Say for example, if it is Nallamala forest, I am using 1 acre of Nallamala forest, I am destroying that and I am coming with a project there. Then it will be my responsibility to develop equivalent amount of forest area in some other area and I have to give it to the forest department. This is what Compass is. And so far, if I am unable to do it, I have to give certain fund. Around 47,000 crores was given as Kampa fund. But what it is telling is destruction of a forest and giving compensation in the form of money or giving compensation in the form of some other development of some other forest is not going to be that easy. The reason is the forests which are present, the pristine forest, it is going to lose its domain, it is going to lose its carbon sequestration. It takes huge time for the newly developed project, newly developed forest to come on to the terms of the original forest area. That is what it is being said. These are the things that you have in the current affairs. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.